Hey guys, welcome to WaterBaby Tarot. I wanted to make this video because recently I had someone contact me and ask my opinion on a situation they were finding themselves in. I'm going to keep their private, not say anything about this individual for privacy purposes. And they definitely were finding themselves in a scam-like situation, okay? So that's why I wanted to do this video really quick. I don't have, I'm not going to talk for too long. I just wanted to spread information because we got a lot of new waivers out there. So those who've been with me for a while have heard me talk about being cautious about information that you share to people who have abilities, or what kind of connections you form with people who have abilities, because people have abilities just like anything, just like any industry in the world, any community in the world. And just because of human nature, you're going to have good, well-intended, supportive people, and then you're going to have really ill-intended, selfish, manipulative people, okay? And a whole lot of in between, because we're all human, we're all having a human experience. So you're going to come across that no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're meeting people, no matter what the context is of your relationship. That's always going to exist. It doesn't matter if they have abilities or not. That's just always going to be at play, okay? But with people who have abilities, they can get visions of your future. They can get information just intuitively on what's going on in your life, or what you may be experiencing, the bad or the good. And sometimes when people are ill-intended, they don't exactly want you to have the good. You know what I mean? So just be very mindful of the connections you form and what information you share, because you might unknowingly be dealing with somebody who is actually trying to keep you from your blessings, to keep you from good things, or try to derail you and give you false information to get you off of your path. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons I've always mentioned that. But another big reason, scams. Let's talk about scams really quick. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that also happens in the community. It does. It's normal if you're looking for a service, like a tarot card reading, for example, to have some kind of payment exchange. That is totally normal. Some people work for donations. Some people have a fee. It just says that is like a normal standard thing, okay, because of exchanging of energy, as a lot of readers talk about that. What isn't so standard or so normal, unless it's a scam, is they will try to convince you that you have some kind of problem that only they can solve. That's red flag number one. Red flag number one. You have this problem, but I am the only one who can fix it for you. I am the only one who can get rid of this problem for you. So you need to pay me an exorbitant amount of money to get it done if you really want to be okay. The choice is yours, right? That's red flag number one, okay? Red flag number two, when they start mentioning curses, that's usually a big red flag, especially when coupled with number one, okay? They'll usually say that, oh, you've had, the reason you're having problems, because usually when people are seeking out guidance is because they're going through shit. They usually don't seek out guidance if everything's hunky-dory, right? Oh, you've had a curse placed on you, or there's a curse on your family. Again, especially coupled with number one. And again, I can remove it for you. And when it comes to that, particular tactic, because that's very, very common, I can do 10 sessions, so just pay me this much now, and then come back in 2 weeks, a month, and then I'll do the second session after you give me the next payment or the next installment, whatever. Sometimes when you come back, the price is also raised higher. And again, especially if someone's telling you they're the only ones who can do it, total red flag. Anyway, or they'll just say flat out, give me a crazy amount of money, and I will fix all your problems, or I will fix this curse, or remove this curse from you or your family or your life, whatever, what have you. Also, when it comes to paying for magic, this is kind of a funky one. I was debating if I should even go into this one. Paying for magic. Guys, when it comes to magic, if you want to get into that, I highly suggest you just read a lot before you do anything. And I definitely suggest keeping as many people out of it as possible. When it comes to magic, which is just energy, which is just manifestation, that's really all magic is. It's just the transference and manifestation of energy. That's all magic actually is. There is a lot of different cultural basis and different practices and things of that nature. And paying for it, there's a lot of repercussions that can happen there, okay? Also, when it comes to magic, the only kind of spells or anything you should be doing is for anything that is supportive, Okay, anything that's supportive, expansion related, helpful, or around better health or better environments, like only for shit like that. Like when you're talking like love spells, don't do that. Don't do it. just steer away from that. Just do not do it, because with any spell, especially regarding like trying to cast a love spell on somebody, you have to actually maintain the spell, and you can start really fucking with a lot of things in your life that are supposed to be happening if you're trying to attract love in, right? So just don't do it. Just don't. Especially if you're paying for someone to do it. You're giving money, giving energy to someone to sustain that for you, and then it will become a dependency because it has to be maintained, okay? Just don't do it. Just don't. And of course, when we talk about black magic and all that other stuff too, again, I don't think you need me to tell you, just don't do it. Just don't. The number one like rule of thumb in magic is with when it comes to energy, anything that you put out, you get back threefold. Can't talk. It comes back to you multiple times over, energetically speaking. So if you put out bad shit, that shit's coming back to you threefold or more, depending on how much shit you're doing, right? If you put up positive stuff, sending love, sending healing, supportive energy, that will come back to you threefold, okay? So again, big differences there, but I definitely recommend not doing anything until you educate yourself on different practices and where it comes from, and then also understanding why you even want to get into that in the first place. Sorry, that was a huge derail of the topic. I don't know how I ended up talking about that, but oh, well, that's how, because what a lot of these like people who try to get you like, you know, to keep coming back and to keep giving them money for things that are unnecessary, that's a big one. Like they'll try to sell you on spells, or like, oh, I can do this to this person, I can do this to that person. Like, again, just don't go down that road. Just don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, so the little red flags to be aware of, like I mentioned. So I really hope that was helpful or informative, and I hoped I saved at least some people from throwing their money away or getting involved with someone that you really don't want to be involved with, okay? But anyway, guys, I'm going to go, and again, I hope you guys found this video well, and don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon, and I will see you guys soon. Have a really great start to February. Namaste.